Alrighty, guys, what is going on? My name is Tubby, and welcome back to Wrestlecraft. This update is absolutely going to blow your mind. We've done a lot to the stadium. I've done a lot to the stadium as Pish Posh has been busy playing other games. As you take a look around right away, you may not notice a bunch. I'm not going to look back past this point just yet. You'll notice that on this floor here, for the most part, I have gotten rid of all the torches and the glowstone, and we're going to make it nighttime to show you this. Time set 18,000. That, oops. There we go. So now it's pitch black at midnight. It's about, what is it, about 6, so we probably want to make it a little later. Time set 22. There we go. We want to make it about 4 a.m. So look how dark it is. And look how lit up the arena is, the floors are. And that is because of the simple trick of using carpet and glowstone. Because you'll notice when I take this away, it is glowstone underneath it. And then you just end up putting carpet on top of it. And it masks the whole layer. So we don't even need any of these torches. Because pretty much everything down here, the black, the red, the white, is now been made into a light source that is now hidden it, just like here. It doesn't look as clean as the gold does. And I'll have to put it back on later because I don't remember the code for it right now. But, oops, you saw a little bit of it. Let's go ahead and then show you in the corners. I was trying to find a seat pattern. I was realizing, for the most part, people aren't really going to use the seats in the corner. And you can't really make legitimate seats. I'll just use the colors patterns we have, and we had seats going up in the corner for the V. That way it also provided light. I noticed the closer you got down here, it didn't really make sense, for a guy to go to one seat, but then the more you go up, it does make sense, and then it allows for a second staircase. Unfortunately, on some of the sides, I wasn't able to do that. But the staircases, I think, come out nicely. And then as well, they all have lights as well, because you can see every row down here that's black has carpet on top of it. And they all now have a layer at the bottom, except for the corners there. And then they also have a layer on top going around because carpet comes in red and all sorts of assorted colors. So it's a great way to, get in there. I think the only corners I still might change is definitely this one. By coming in 3 more each. So basically we would be here and here, and then this would be gone, and this would be red again. Okay, and then this would be white. Let's change that to white, and I like the look of clay, and this would be white as well. And then this would come back to red. By doing that, look how many seats we would save, and then ultimately 5, 12, you could have one go up in the middle and, get some additional seats. But that's just an option. As you can see, a lot of the changes I have done. And it also makes the same thing down here when you're looking at this. Is the carpet's down. I did have to move this shot back 1 to get it in there. And then there's a glowstone all over there. So let's go under here now and let's walk over to... We never got this area finished yet, so... I got to kind of fly over here. We're going to be able to cover up the glowstone now on this side. We'll be able to get rid of all the glowstone here, and we'll be able to hide it all. Now that we know the trick with the carpet, the problem is we have to figure out where we're going to lay down first. That way we can get into that. All right, let's go ahead and show you the big addition in this episode. This is a huge one. I have still to figure out how we're going to go up in levels, but we're in the parking ramp. Hotel, parking ramp, whatever we're going to call it. Let's walk outside, and I'm going to keep looking down. That way I can't see. I want it to be a look of surprise as I come walking out. And we're in the pastures. We're outside our stadium. And then I'm going to turn around in 3, 2, 1. And look what we've got now. So, I wanted to put in a... Originally, this was just going to be for the top, because you can see now we have a hotel on top. And I'm going to fly up and take a look at this. It's looking really good. I like how it is taking shape. I was a little nervous about the parking ramp because it does block the structural beauty of the sphere, but I realized it doesn't really matter. It's all about getting people in here. Now, I did realize with how many hotels we have on top on the 3rd floor, there's only 72 rooms, which you then have to, configure, and this is what I forgot about during game days. Do they need a ticket? Because you can just watch from your hotel room. Why would you pay for a game ticket? So I think there has to be like a one game ticket minimum or something like that. But as you can take a look, this staircase on the right goes up to floors 8, 9, and then it comes up here. And we never did finish off where this one goes. So this one only does the one set at 8 and 9. And then eventually it could do one more where it would come off the side and it would go down to a 7 if it was available, or it would go up to 10 and it would match as like a skywalk right here level. But that doesn't really make sense. But from this side, though, this is where things get interesting, is you come up this way, and there's many different entrances over here. So we have the 7th floor, the 6th floor, and the 8th floor. So it goes a little bit in an opposite direction, unfortunately. It's just the way I built things. And I actually, now that I look at it, I probably should have just went... Man, I would have had a straight shot, right? Because it would have been here to here to here. That would have been a straight shot right to 8 had I went just right to... Let me take a look. Would have came over here, and it would have pretty much been a straight shot right from 8. So, whatever. So you can see we cover 3 floors here, and these are basically all the floors right up until it ends. Because there's also one on that side. Oh, shit. Do we come to the same floor? I think we do. That's a no-no in parking ramp structure shit, unless it's the outgoing one. But either way, we have 3 floors there. And then as you fly up here, we have 4 floors. We have, and we can also add more options here. And this is when we get above. This is the more executive level parking. Getting near the top, we have the 12th floor. As you come down, you'll be driving. And whether or not this could be a hotel as well. This could definitely be a hotel, depending on how we hash things out. Like, this could be the ramp into your floor. Then, like, half it would be a parking ramp to square off the building. That way, half of the other side could be actual suites. I don't know how smart it is to have cars in a open-air thing with a hotel, but you can see the floors. And then last but not least, it comes up here and then finishes off the top 2 floors before the section that we have. And then the section up here is just a way to divide it out, because I don't think I'm actually going to have anything on this level. As you can take a look right now, it's just glass, and the glass isn't doing us any bit of good. So we just need to get this one up to this level. Which, do I have broken glass somewhere? Yeah, there's broken glass. So I put in the broken glass, and I'm going to fall down 3 layers. This would be where you'd be taking over, and you can see what a sample room looks like. You have your beds and everything. And I did realize, that's what I said in my video, was we'd have the bathrooms, we'd have everything set up for you. But what if you did have one of these rooms and you wouldn't need to pay for a game ticket? I mean, look at this. I mean, for the most part, these are prime seats. You could just chill up here with a chair and you could see out. Now, obviously, there'd be curtains up here. You wouldn't be able to see out the glass the whole time. But Minecraft, I don't have curtains. As you come over here, we have a hallway. And there would be doors here, depending on where the room's entrances are. So you'd have like doors like that. There's hallway over here. Why it's so dark, I don't know. This might be the one floor I didn't get to, because all the floors should have lights like this. Making glowstone's a little hard because it would show on the ceiling above and below. As you come over here, these were doors here for this apartment. And then this is actually doors here. And then into this apartment, the doors are here. So that way there's multiple hallway uses that you actually get out of it. And now you can see we lay down the torches over here. And basically, it's the same hotel. I wanted to keep, Pish Posh and I were trying to design rooms because you can copy and paste rooms really easily. And I thought about it, and I was like, okay, well, we can go in and just paste rooms, but then it's not going to level out for all the floors. And why this one isn't all the way to the top, I don't know. Should be. But these are the suites. So in the suites, you get more room, and whether it's 1 bedroom or 2, I don't know what it's going to end up being. And I'll actually show you the next floor. We have 2 bedrooms here. And then you have this massive open area where you can see into the stadiums. And the reason it is a suite and you pay a hell of a lot is because you could watch the games from these seats. I mean, look at the view. You have prime time view. You have the best view in the house as far as the suites go, because the second you fly over here, and, here's just the viewing angle, and this is where I think it'd have to be paid viewing, something like that. Maybe where if you got a hotel ticket for like $15, you could come down here, and this is where you could watch the game for $15. There'd be a little like section there. I think that'd be kind of cool, where they could integrate the hotel in with the game. And you come over here to this hallway. Obviously, there's going to be more doors, but you can see this room really doesn't have that good a view. I mean, you're blocked. I mean, yeah, you can see from right here, but you're more from the angle, so you definitely want the suite areas. But this is one of the little bigger rooms, so there's a lot of potential here. As I need to get out of here again. Fuck it, we're just going to break some glass right here. The floor that I'm most proud of, I'd say, was this one. Because this is when I started using clay. And clay gives it a textured look, so it looks like a nice wallpapered, hotel. And as you can see, all our rooms are put in. And as we open the doors, we can go in here, we see the suites. And once again, you get the best view in the house. You're straight onto the field. You can look down. You're able to see everything. So it's worth the cost that you're paying for it. And like I said, I don't know who's going to go in there. I've thought about we rent out the hotel, and then sections of the actual field would go to fans or people when I launched Wrestlecraft. And that would be their section. But the problem is, before we launch, we have to get a plugin made that can command parts of a section of an arena based on height, because you can gridlock an area that's flat and goes up a certain height, but if it's like affecting the merchandise stands, do you also then get to control those? It makes it a little bit more difficult. Over here, and this is what I got to figure out eventually next, is the staircases, because this is going to connect all the floors. So I need to find stairs. Let's just use, I don't want to use slabs. I want to use actual stairs. So let's use stone brick stairs. I need to go up, and then I need to go, oops. Didn't mean to break that carpet. Gotta knock this floor out. Oh, I think my computer's lagging out a little bit. Excuse me while I disconnect. I'm only running, I think I have 1.9 gig free. For some reason, I have no idea why. That's all I have free on my main C drive, even though I use other drives. As you can take a look now, we come up here. One more, we got to back that up. And then that would be the staircase up. Now the problem is, there's a staircase down. Would it be going? I'm always bad with this. If the staircase is coming up, or actually no, it would come down right here, right? If you wanted to stay up, you could go here. I don't know. I'll have to figure out the staircase later, but you can definitely see a lot has changed here in Wrestlecraft. A lot is being done. I've been working on this quite a bit, and I'm being very, I don't want to say precocious about not letting people in. I want everything to be safe, because all the time and effort I put in, I hate to see it just wrecked. So Just look at it at night. It lights up. It looks good as I fly up high. Some of the corners, some of the sides over there, they just have courts put in. They don't have actual seats because for some reason, if anybody can solve this, if anybody's actually watching this far into the video and you haven't quit yet, when you hit set and then the corner, it used to be able to put in stone slabs or stone stairs. Now, for some reason, it puts them in backwards. If anybody knows why and how to fix that, that'd be great. But look at the arena. The whole thing is lighting up. The only problem I have is trying to light up the bottom corners because they're not in any sort of pattern like these ones are to go up because they're like 3-1, 2-1, 4-1, 1-4, 2. There's no definite pattern. Even on here, this is all glowstone now. As you take a look with the carpet, luckily, that's all glowstone. And I think it comes out cool. And I was able to even remove the glowstone all around the board. I kept some in there. I don't know if I want to keep it the whole time. But I'm definitely thinking about actually making this area bigger. The scoreboard, just one lower. Let's see what it looks like from this side. Yeah, I actually really like that. So let's go ahead and add the one more. This used to be glowstone because you used to have to light it up so much. And I actually think I can get rid of all this, because I don't need any of that stuff anymore because of how well the glowstone carpet thing lights everything up. So if you're looking for light in your arena, just go in here. This is all glowstone under here, under the carpet. So it's looking good. YouTube Mania. I only have one strip here. I may have to add one more strip on the sides of here, and then I think we'd be good. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to pound that Lana. Pound the thumbs up button if you guys want to see more. And until next time, we'll see you all later. Yeah, man, the game is, I think it's lagging a bit.